This week's Torah portion is Parshas Tesaveh. We discussed the clothing of the priest. This is unusual because we spend a lot of time talking about all the different articles of clothing that the high priest would wear and the regular priest would wear. Special hats, special cloaks, special pants, special belts. And the question is why? I mean, it's just clothing. Why do we make such a big deal about clothing? Now, we know obviously clothing is important to a person. You need to feel good about yourself. But why is there such a big deal made over the priests wearing specific clothing? And the answer is that when a person has their clothing or their uniform, whatever they're going to wear that day, that becomes a uniform. It doesn't have to be an official uniform like a police uniform, a nurse's uniform, security uniform. Whatever they wear, that's going to be their uniform. And when a person wears a certain clothing, it's supposed to make them hopefully feel good about themselves, that they're dressed a certain way, and hopefully have them realize that the job they're going to do is important. And the clothing they wear is that important. When you go somewhere fancy, go to a wedding, you wear nicer clothing for that reason, because the event you're going to is an important event. So when the priests are serving in the temple, representing the Jewish people, it's this message itself they want to give over. We have these special clothing with gold and silver and other ornaments attached to it. It's because the service we're doing now to God is the holiest service, it's the greatest service there is. And anytime we have an additional reminder of this, it brings glory to Hashem's name, and it makes the Jewish people realize and appreciate the great work that is done. We'll now continue with the singing of Lechadodi, the song we sing Friday night, written by the great Rabbi of Shlomo Alkabetz in the late 1400s. Lechadodi lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela Lechadodi lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad Hishmiyanu kel hamyuchad Hashem echad Ushma ha'yachad L'shemo seferes v'l'sila Chadodi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela L'kras Shabbos l'chuvin elcha Ki hi mekor haberacha Meirosh mikedem nesucha Sov ma'aseh b'machshavot chila Lechadodi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Mikdash melech Ir melucha Kumitzi mitoch ha'afecha Rav lach shevet b'yemekabacha V'hu yachamol Alayichem Lechadodi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Hisnari me'afar kumi Livshi bigdei sefartei chami Al yaveni shai beis halachmi Karva el nafshi giyahala Lechadodi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Hisahoreri Ki v'horechu miyori Uri shir daberi Kavod Hashem alayich nigla Lechadodi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela V'hayulim shisa shahosayich V'rachaku kameh v'halayich Yosis alayich elokayich Kim sozcha sanal kala Lechadodi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Yamin u'smal Tifrotzi v'yes Hashem daritzi Al Yad Ben Yishai Beis Oloch Mikarva El Nafshi Yala Lecha Dodi Likras Kala Pnei Shabbos Nekavela Bawi B'Shalom Atares Ba'ala Gamberina Ovitzahala Tochemune Yam Segula Ba'wikala Lecha Dodi Likras Kala Pnei Shabbos Nekavela. As you mentioned before last week, this year is a leap year and there are 2 months of the month of Adar. On this weekend is Purim Katan, it's called, the small Purim. Now Purim is the holiday we'll discuss in weeks coming forward, the holiday with the Mordechai and Esther and the great miracles that happen. But the month before Purim in a leap year is called Purim Katan, the small Purim. And the question is, why are you calling it a small Purim? It's not really a holiday. We don't do anything to celebrate the holiday, yet we put emphasis on something. And the reason is because the holidays specifically, there are specific times during the year. And in a regular year, it would be the holiday season now. But it's not. It's pushed off for a month. So even though we're not celebrating right now, we want to remind ourselves this is truly a holiday season as well. And this is a nice message because a lot of times in our life, we want to do things and we try to do things that don't work out. And it's not the right time for them to work out. That we should understand that even though the timing is not there, the fact that we want it to be there, the fact that we appreciate it being there, that itself is something which is great. We should always look and strive to want to do the most that we can. We should want to celebrate even when we can't celebrate. When a person has in their mind, in their heart, they want to do something great, then God will help them achieve that as well. We're now finished with the singing of Adon Olam. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra V'Yeis Nasa B'Chefso Kol Azai Mehelech Shemo Nikra V'Yacharei Kechlos HaKol Levahado Yimloch Nora V'Haya V'Hu Hoveh V'Hu Yiyeh B'Sifara V'Hu Echad V'Yein Sheni Hamshilo Lehachvira Bili Reishis, Bili Sachlis, Velo Hod, V'Hamizra, V'Hu Keli, V'Chai Goali, V'Tur Chevli, V'Yeis Nasa, V'Hu Nisi, Umanosli, Minas Kosi, V'Yom Ekra, V'Yahado, Avkid Ruchi, V'Yesishan v'Yahira v'Yemrochi gev'yasi Ado Shemli v'lo v'ira. Have a happy and healthy week, a great weekend, a great Shabbat. We'll see everybody next week.